Welcome back to another Elden Ring video. Today I'm going to be telling you what to do now that you've made it to the Grand Lift of Dectus. You're wondering, what do I do? How do I activate it? When you get there, you're not going to be able to do anything. What you need to do, and I'm not even sure if the game tells you how to do this, you need to go to two different forts. So we need to go to Fort Heights, which is right here, which is just a little to the right of the first site of Grace. And basically when you get here to the first castle and the second castle, really, you just need to make your way through them, skip past the enemies if you want, fight the ones you feel you have to, or just eliminate them all, of course. And then basically you're going to find a ladder that will take you up a tower in both castles, and up at the top will be the chest, which will have the left half here and then the right half of the Dectus medallion at the other fort. I'm able to go through most of these enemies no problem. You know, the mage build, especially with rock sling and the meteorite staff, man, you are so set when it comes to being a mage. And then once you get some of the other spells too from selling, like, it really changes things. That star spell is super OP for most bosses too. And Glintstone Arc here is always fun to just spam a bunch anyways to keep people occupied. Once you run into this individual at this castle, though, you are right at the top. Basically, after we defeat him, at the top of the stairs is the access up from the ladder. We're just going to explore, of course, because you gotta explore in these games. You gotta make sure you don't miss any of those precious items. I need to get a bunch more smithing stones so I can upgrade my weapons personally. But anyways, basically, you're gonna head up the tower, and there's gonna be this ladder that you're gonna climb up for like 20 seconds straight, pretty much is what it feels like. And then at the top, there will be the chest, which will have the left half of the Dectus medallion here. And then we need to go on the far right-hand side of the map. It's in the red area. No worries if you don't have the map unlocked yet. There is a simple path to get over there, and it's not as far as it seems. So that is one half down, time to go to the next, and you can also get some pretty nice views while you're up here as well, some nice screenshots, some art to save. So basically you need to head on over to the right hand side of the map here. It's not that far, honestly. You can get over there pretty quickly, and if you are having struggles, you can always look for the map, which are indicated by the little pillar beacons. They look like they have a little light at the top of them on your map, so just look for those in the areas and you'll be just fine. Alternatively, just find your way over here, and then once you are over here, it is another castle for us to explore. So again, we need to get inside, fight the enemies, make our way up the ladder, and then get the second half of the medallion. And remember, this is by Grail's Dragon Barrow, so there are going to be a bunch of green dragons out front, and you can also farm that white dragon for runes as well. You might need a bleed build though, especially if you're early game, because he has a ridiculous amount of health, but you also get a lot of runes when you defeat him as well, so feel free to check that out while you're over here. Oh, and if you are sick of running around in the dark constantly, you are able to buy a torch. I think you might be able to craft a torch as well. You can also get a lantern that you can equip in the slots like you do with your horse and your potions. And basically then you have a little light on your hip, so you won't be in the pitch black while you're climbing, which is quite nice. I think Merchant Calais sells them. Maybe it's someone at the round table. But anyways, you can buy them, and then they're super handy. It makes everything not so dark. But here we are getting the second half, the right half of the Dectus medallion. Feel free to check out the messages that all you cool players leave. And then basically we're going to head back up to the lift area now that we have them, and we are going to see what happens here. So basically once you get here, you're just going to want to head straight up the stairs and stand in the little circle that is by the two giant statues that are there holding their big half shields. There's also a site of grace here, which hopefully you will have opened already, and that way you don't have to walk all the way over here. So just make your way up, and where these two are standing in the circle, just stand in the middle, and then you will be able to use it. I wasn't sure quite what I was looking for, so I went over here, but then I discovered you go back to the other circle and it activates this cutscene, which then enables you to continue the story of Elden Ring and move into the next area. There's a lot of pretty areas that you do get to go to now, and you can progress with the game. So I hope that this guide was helpful. I will see you in the next Elden Ring video, and enjoy the new area.